that make sense to you, John?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So when you talk about or think about, making a dramatic transformation in your current day-to-day life and revising your experience of the Homo sapiens paradigm, coming from your soul's perspective, seeing it as a Homo spiritus, we've used lots of different language to try to express the energetic. You're actually piggybacking this compressed energetic availability for profound change.
Right. Well, like what I was asking about was 3 years ago, the conversation was, we can't even begin to tell you what it's going to look like, but we think it's going to be cool.
Exactly.
But now, it seems like with every day,
Yes.
it should be more in focus, because
Yes. Right. It is.
it just seems like it should be that way.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, we haven't talked about this in a very long time, but interestingly enough, we're seeing this energetic now with that potential being compressed into this moment. So that's something we've never seen before till now.
So could it be like an exponential
Yes.
compressing?
Oh, yeah.
Most likely, it's very powerful. It's really interesting because it's funny. As it compresses, it gets taller, which sort of makes sense. But as it compresses and it gets taller, it like feeds into the vibrational raising vibration. So like you're bringing this humongous potential, and as you push it into the moment, it pushes your vibration up, because it's you're being conscious, and you're conscious of this incoming potential that then is it's like brewing, and it bubbles into a higher vibrational state, which of course pulls more of it in and pulls from your soul. So it's almost like creating your own little black hole. Hang on just a moment. You're creating your own source of, oh boy, now we've done it.
Focus.
So as you pull the 2012 energy into this moment, you're opening a gateway that you can walk in now. You're walking in a gateway. So it's a little bit like that show Stargate, where they have those stargates. Mm-hmm. You've seen that one? It's a little bit like that. As you connect, God, can't believe we're in this. As you connect the stargate to another stargate, like you connecting your consciousness to 2012, it shortens the distance. Yeah. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what you're doing. You're using the power of the connection to the 2012 potential. And 2012 isn't a date. Right. It's a potential. Mm-hmm. Right? It's a paradigm shift. So as you connect your consciousness to the potential paradigm shift, which is what we've been talking about every week, transforming your relationship to fear, healing your core emotion, living from your soul's perspective, that's the 2012 potential. As you're connecting those two, it makes there be no time between living how you live now and living the way you live there. It shrinks the time down, and it shoots the vibration off the charts. And the way you do that is through the tools we've given you. It's just we didn't know till just now that that's what you were doing on a sort of a
global level.
Well, it's beyond global. It's not even a physical dimension. It's on a this word energetic's getting worn out, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's on a just a moment. We want to just see what word fits the best. We have been telling you for a long time that we don't know what happens when this paradigm shift occurs, the Homo spiritus paradigm, right? We've been telling you that. So when we get a glimpse of it, like we just did 4 minutes ago or whatever it was, it's like, okay, now how do you put that into English? We don't have any practice at this one. So the Stargate thing is pretty good, but it doesn't convey the how you do it here. You know, you don't have the thing that you punch and have it pop up. But as you do the tools, The result is the collapse of the distance between now and the potential experience of what we're phrasing as ascension. That time collapse can happen because you're actually pulling the ascended state into this moment with no regard for amount of time. You know, time leaves the equation. We sold last week or the week before, the time's the first thing to go when you start having all these new tools. So this is why time is the first thing to go. Because that potential is so enormous, like a black hole. It has an enormous energetic field. When you pull it into this moment, it's an irrelevant amount of time. So you can start tapping the black hole of, people might understand that we mean black hole in a positive way. Black holes generate everything you've got. They're like the galactic
Colon? Vagina.
They're like the galactic. If you need something and you like if you have a snack machine and you see that you want the Reese's peanut butter cup and you dial the number, the D2. Yes.
Galactic vending.
It's like, yeah, black holes are galactic vending machines. So we hear every physicist in the world thinking that, we've lost it. And all the souls present in the room just looked over like, are you really going with that? Are you really going with that? And we're like, you do a better job, let us know, We'll take a poll. We can fix it next week. But all we've got is the galactic vending machine. And they all know what that means, so we're okay. And they're like, whew, we're glad it's your job.
It's a great idea.
Okay.
And the fee is love, right?
Yeah. So the galactic vending machine of the black hole, now we got to start back at the beginning again. Sorry, this is the only way we can do it. So you're here using the tools. The energetic is pulling the 2012 paradigm into the moment, which is very exciting. And because the 2012 paradigm is connected to one of these galactic vending machine kind of energetics, and the time between the two is erased. All of a sudden, all the goodies are available.
If we pay our fees.
There are no fees.
Unconditional love.
No, the fee is the work you're doing in the moment with consciousness.
Okay.
Unconditional love comes from the conscious state. Being unconditionally loving is very difficult without consciousness. Unconditional love is a result of the conscious state because the conscious state has no judgment. And when there's no judgment, unconditional love is just a byproduct. It's not something you have to go look for or invest in. You just say, I'm conscious, and in this moment, consciousness says there's no judgment, so the only thing left is love. It's the other side of it. So you don't have to pay. You already have you have like the all-access pass by the consciousness. You consciously invest in the moment, of course, we know that. And consciousness brings up fear, and we transform our relationship to fear. Brings up the core emotion. You satisfy the soul's desire for learning this side of the core emotion, and you start learning that side of the core emotion, the healed side. You tap into the galactic snack machine. You've got the all-access pass. You bring the 2012 dynamic into this moment, and it speeds up your ability to live from your soul's perspective.
And the energy that goes up results in the benefit.
She just started talking. You raised your hand. You're so polite. Go ahead.
Sorry.
We're teasing you because
That's
you
okay.
know that's the way to get in. John was doing the new school way. Go ahead. John's next. Yes. And of course it's the two of you. Yes.
What?
You hijacked my conversation.
You're not fast enough. You gotta be fast here, bro. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a schedule.
You
2012's coming
let her
fast.
go because, go ahead.
I haven't talked for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
My time is fast. Are you with me? They are with me. Okay. Yeah. See, this is what that energy brings, right?
Okay, so.
So, the result of the energy that goes up
Yeah.
benefits universal
Yes.
and beyond.
It has a universal effect because you're as a, we'll just call it Homo Spiritus for right now. When you start to live Homo Spiritus, you're creating a new life form.